All right. All right, guys. I think maybe I'm live. Let me know in the chat if you can see me and if the audio and everything's coming through. YouTube's kind of changed up stuff a little bit, so it's a different way than I've done it in the past. So just somebody in the chat let me know if I'm on and if you can hear me and everything, and then I'll get started. I haven't been on here in a couple weeks, so they've changed everything. Like literally in the last 2 weeks since I've been on here, it's like a totally different screen and everything. But all right, cool. I'm live. So how's it going, guys? I haven't been able to stream in a few weeks, but I've been trying to put out regular videos, you know, because there's been a lot of stuff going on, hasn't there? Like crazy stuff. Bump stock bans, red flags, everything you could think of right now is being proposed, isn't it? So I don't know. I've been wanting to get more involved for a while, and I thought, you know, I'd sit here and talk about, I'd start doing gun rights more, you know? So that's what I've been doing. And if there's anything I'm bringing up that, you know, you guys think you can add to, I encourage all of you guys with channels too, that you guys get out there and, you know, talk to your friends and go on your channels and make videos about gun rights, because I think it's pretty important. So yeah, that's what I've been focusing on lately. And this stupid YouTube thing says I'm buffering. Hopefully I'm not. Anyways, so I've been talking about gun rights and stuff, and one of the main things I've been talking about is the bump stock ban. That's something I kind of focused on. And, you know, obviously it didn't turn out very well as of now, but I will say that it's not over yet either, guys. A lot of people think that, you know, just because the Supreme Court turned it down, and people are thinking that, you know, that it's all over with. So I just want to clarify real quick about the bump stock ban. Here's how it is as I understand it. And for, I guess for a better source, I would recommend that you guys go to the Firearms Policy Coalition's website. Go to GOA's website. They're keeping up with this a lot better than I possibly could. But basically what's going on here is this. Whenever there's a lawsuit, you have to have somebody with standing, and you have to have, there actually has to be some kind of harm involved. So what they were working on during the last week was what's called preliminary injunctions, okay? And what that basically means is, look, we have a valid argument, and you don't really in this case have to convince the judge you're gonna win. You just have to convince the judge that there's a decent chance that you could win. So that's what was going on last week. We had Gun Owners of America in Michigan's Western District Court. They were telling the judge, hey, look, will you put a stay on this? Because it's gonna take us months, if not a couple years, to be able to actually go in here and defeat this case, or win this case rather, and defeat this new ruling on its merits. So we need you to put what's called a stay on it to give us time to properly go in there and make our argument and settle this once and for all. Well, when Western District of Michigan said no, they went over their head, if you will, and went to the 6th Circuit. And they basically made the same argument to them. Look, people are going to have irreparable harm, and there's going to be no way for these people to get their bump stocks back, right? So we just need you to put a stay, which is kind of like a hold. It's like putting it on the table, pausing it, and saying, just hold your horses, guys. We have an argument here. We think we can win. Just give us some more time, right? Well, that got shot down too. So what did they do? Another separate lawsuit, Firearms Policy Coalition and Foundation, and a guy by the name of Damian Geddes. They went over to the DC Circuit, and they said, look, guys, same argument, you know, it was on different grounds, but they said, look, we're asking you for a stay, meaning we have a valid argument to make. We think we can defeat this ban, and we can prove to the court that it's unconstitutional so that the court can overturn, right, President Trump's bump stock ban and his Department of Justice's ban. Well, that didn't go very well. But here's where I want to clear up a couple misconceptions. First of all, Mr. Geddes was named that he was granted a stay specifically in the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals, and immediately it was found that it would just apply to him. Now, 2 days later, they came back and asked for clarification, and they said no, it applies to him and all of the bona fide members of Firearms Policy Foundation. And that's when I went in there and made that kind of like public service announcement stream, and I made another quick video. That's not like my normal stream, guys. I was repeating myself. I was just hoping anyone that could get the info in time before they decided whether they needed to ban their bump stock or not. So that's what was going on there. So basically now they've said, and you guys, again, just like I said in the last stream, go to Firearms Policy Coalition's website. I think it's called bumpstockcase.com is the specific website where you can go to, and they're going to show you like a timeline and a bunch of information, you know, on this. So again, I'm not presenting myself as an authority on this where I can really give you guys any legal advice. I can't do that, but I will say this. It's my opinion that if you're a bona fide member of Firearms Policy Foundation, and there's steps right on their website how to do that, that you have a stay right now from the DC Court of Appeals. So, to make a long story short, here's the deal, guys. They went over their head and said, we're going to go to the Supreme Court. And they asked the Supreme Court, not once, but twice, the lawsuit with the Firearms Policy Coalition and the GOA's lawsuit. Both of them went in there and said, you know, for several different merits, but the point was the same. We need you guys to put a stay on this so hundreds of thousands of people don't become felons overnight, and so that people don't instantly, you know, have to destroy lawfully purchased property, right? Well, Chief Justice Roberts was the first one, and he turned it down. So Chief Justice Roberts, not really looking like he's going to be on the side of gun rights as far as this goes. The next one I think was heard by Sotomayor, and she said no. Now, from what I understand, there's been no dissents in these. Nobody came back and dissented in it. But keep in mind, this is ultimately the most important thing for you guys to remember here. These were not the actual bump stock cases. And this is where the media's got it totally wrong. And I hate to say it, even a lot of the bigger YouTube channels that report gun news have got it wrong. They've come on recently and said, look, guys, bump stock's been banned. They tried to challenge it. It's gone now for good, and it's over. Well, that's just not true. Because as much as we're all let down, and it totally sucks that we didn't get any of these emergency injunctions to apply to everybody in America, I do believe that the Firearms Policy Coalition, Firearms Policy Foundation suit does grant a stay, meaning it's on pause right now until we hear otherwise from the court, while they can litigate this matter. I think we're allowed to have them right now. Now, again, that's my personal opinion. For legal advice, contact your lawyer. For a more, you know, for I guess I should say like a higher authority on this, go to Firearms Policy Coalition's website, bumpstockcase.com. Decide for yourself, guys. But look, the actual lawsuits themselves, they haven't even really hardly started yet. This bump stock ban has just begun. The fight for it, rather, has just begun. They're still going to go into Michigan's Western District, and they're still litigating this on the constitutional grounds of it. And then depending what this judge says, if he rules in favor of the ban, it's going to be GOA appealing to the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals. If we win and they say, and the Western District of Michigan throws it out and says, no, you can't, enact this regulation or enforce it, this is unconstitutional. Well, then guess what's going to happen? The federal government's going to go in there and they're going to appeal it to the Sixth Circuit. Well, then they're going to go to the Sixth Circuit and argue it, the appeal. And then there'll be a decision whether the hearing's heard, en banc or not. And then there'll be a bunch of different legal maneuvers there, like there always are. And then ultimately, depending what happens in the Sixth Circuit, you're probably going to have one of the two parties, depending how it goes, appeal to the Supreme Court. And then that battle starts, and that can last for years. Now, repeat everything I just said with Firearms Policy Coalition's lawsuit, okay? That one's going to go through the D.C. court, and then it's going to, the circuit, then it's going to go up the chain of command there. So, for the fact that people are instantly saying, hey, we lost, it's over, not really. Actually, it's just, the fight's just started here. So just remember that, guys. There's still hope for it. And don't give up on Firearms Policy Coalition and Foundation and the GOA just yet, guys. They have plenty more legal costs to incur. There's a lot more to this. So just don't fall victim to believing things, no matter who's saying it, that, hey, this is over, we already lost, it's done. Because really what happened is, it's just started. And yeah, it would have been awesome if they would have put an injunction in right away and said we're going to put it on pause for the whole country. That would have been great. That didn't happen. So I'm not trying to misrepresent it the other way to you guys either. It's not really going good per se, but we don't really have any kind of inkling as to how this is really going to turn out in the end, because it's really just started. So that's kind of where we're at with the bump stock thing. And I would note too, it doesn't get as much publicity, but also in the 10th Circuit, there was a plaintiff that was also granted a stay on his bump stock. So we've got at least 3 that I know of that have a chance to keep going up through the federal court system here, starting off at the local district level, then up to the Circuit Court of Appeals, and then ultimately to the Supreme Court. So, yeah, just stay tuned, guys, for that. I'll keep giving you guys updates when I can get it, but I do not want people to instantly just jump off of that and be like, oh, it's over, whatever. No reason for us to even talk about this anymore. No, let's keep talking about it. Because, and I said this before, guys, but anybody that ever thought this was just about the bump stock, I hate to say it, but you're wrong. The bump stock, yeah, on its face, I guess it has something to do with it. But I'm starting to think more and more, this has nothing to do with the bump stock at all. I don't even think this has anything to do with machine guns, okay? What I think this has to do with is this. And I put up a little thing, a reference to a tweet from Tom Gresham. And essentially what he said was, look, once they can take one, they will take all. And with how easy it seems that they've gotten off just taking these bump stocks, you know, taking them first, and then saying no compensation, no grandfather clause, no anything. I mean, this is a ban, in all honesty, like we've never seen before. In '86, when they added the Hughes Amendment, they didn't actually ban the machine guns and take them from us. Now let me stop real quick, guys. By no means am I saying like the Hughes Amendment was okay or the assault weapons ban was okay. Like all of these were like completely terrible. But the bump stock ban's actually worse if you think about it. They took it from us, not by duly elected legislators, right? But no. This was like a law by fiat, if you will. This was an executive branch by our Republican president order. The order was given to his then Attorney General, Jeff Sessions. He ordered him and said, you will promulgate a ruling that will ban the bump stocks. And he was using phrases like, they're already gone, just get rid of them, make them disappear. Like, I don't even want to talk about it, just get rid of them. And guess what? Jeff Sessions did. Now, I want you guys to remember this. This isn't a bash Trump stream or anything like that, but Trump did make an official executive order to his Attorney General. And guess what, guys? There's been some more misconception about that lately. I've seen in another channel where they said, look, the ATF's part of the judiciary branch. No, it's not. This is how this works, period. The ATF is in the Department of Justice, and they work underneath the Attorney General. And the Attorney General is an appointee, meaning he works directly underneath the President. And he serves at the will and at the pleasure of the President, meaning he can get fired for any reason or no reason. And when we hear things like executive order, what that means is that's the President just ordering his employee to say, you will do this. Now, if they say they're not going to do it, okay? Yeah, they could resign or they could get in trouble, but just keep in mind, guys, this ban came from Trump all the way down through the executive branch. In fact, this ban's never left the executive branch. It's just a regulation where somehow or another Congress has managed to pass laws relegating a lot of their authority that was given to them in the Constitution. They've relegated that to an executive branch. And whether we like it or not, because trust me, I hate it more than anybody could, and I know you guys do too, here's the deal. These regulations and these rulemaking processes that they go through, they have the same force as law. Okay, there's been plenty of Supreme Court cases, several that have addressed this exact topic. I don't like it either, but our Congress decided to become weak, and they decided to become lazy a while ago. And they said, we don't have time to actually do our jobs and keep track of all the laws. We're just going to relegate these to certain, ABC alphabet soup agencies. And with the power that the ATF currently holds, when Trump put that order out, that's what did it. So that's one thing that makes this ban different than all the rest. Executive action followed by an agency ruling. That's where we're at. Well, here's the other problems we have with it. No grandfather clause. None. Again, not making light of it, but the assault weapons ban in '94, at least there was a grandfather clause, right, where you could keep what you had. You were allowed to make modifications to your quote-unquote assault weapons, and make them where they were still legal. And there was a sunset put in there. Horrible, horrible law, but at least there was that, right? And then you had the 86 Hughes Amendment. People say it banned machine guns. It actually didn't ban machine guns. What it did is it said, no more can be registered. We're going to close the registry. So they grandfathered in all the ones, and those are known as transferable machine guns. They also made exception for dealer-created post-ban samples. They've also made some other exceptions for people that have, they're called an SOT. They pay a special occupational tax. So there were some exceptions there. And this is totally different. Again, no grandfather. There's no modification you can make to your bump stock without completely destroying it. Because some people asked that during the comment period. They said, well, could we modify it where it can't, slide and reciprocate and bump anymore? And they said, nope. You can only cut it in this exact manner to destroy it, or you can crush it in this exact manner, or you can turn it in. This is the first time I can remember, in my life anyways, that the government's come in and taken a piece of previously ruled, lawfully owned and possessed property, and they've just said, turn it in, crush it, destroy it, it's done now. I mean, this was a radical, radical thing they did, guys. Again, any kind of BS bill with any grandfather clause or whatever, still a bunch of crap at the end of the day. But this is even worse because it shows that they now have the courage and they have the balls to keep moving it to the next level. And what really sucks is it was so easy for them. It was so easy for them. Because not only did you have every anti-gunner that there is, and the mainstream media and all of them saying, get rid of them, we don't need them, they're dangerous, blah, blah, blah. But we even had 3/4 of the gun community saying, we don't care, bump stocks are stupid, bump stocks are a novelty. And then you had, people like, whatever, you can take my bump stock as long as I can have my AR-15. I heard a lot of people like that. And then there's another category of people, which are a little better, but I'm not happy with those people either. And they would start off all their sentences something like this. They'd say, although the bump stock is, although the bump stock's okay, and I don't care if you own one, I would never own one because it's not accurate. It wastes too much ammo. It's a range toy. It's a novelty, And all these people that were supposedly for supporting the bump stock, a lot of them would start off their sentence. And they give the other side like 10 reasons why they should, they supported the ban. Then at the end they'd say, but shall not be infringed, and I want you guys to be able to keep your bump stocks anyways. And that was a weak argument. Here's the thing. You have to remember, your enemy's always listening. He's always trying to use your words to fulfill his agenda, right? So why would you get into public forums and keep on saying over and over again, the bump stock's stupid, it's a novelty, we don't care about it, but we don't want it to get banned either? Well, that's what a lot of us did. So here we are. Bump stocks are gone, and whether you liked it or not, here's the problem. You guys, no one here may own a bump stock at all. And that's fine. I don't care if you do or not. But what we did do is, by all of us, and I'm including myself here, I'm saying all of us, by us letting this happen so easy, we made it where now it's just like, they're probably just like ordering off a fast food menu. Like, oh, the number 1 combo tastes good. Tomorrow I'm going to order the number 2, and then the 3 and the 4. I mean, just think how good they feel about themselves right now. Like, oh, geez, I thought we might end up with a resistance if we were going to, have to deal with the American gun owner. Because we've always, liked to frame it that, hey, look, there's 100 million of us. They could never take anything from us because they'd be dealing with the world's largest army if they tried to come take our guns. But what just happened? They just took the bump stocks, literally. Violated every principle of the Bill of Rights you can even think of, 14th Amendment. You've got the 5th Amendment. You've got the 2nd Amendment. You've got the 10th Amendment, because there's states that have said, no, we don't want to take part in this. Doesn't matter. They're just gone. Well, they're not totally gone, guys. Like I said earlier, we still have the court cases, and there's still the battle. The battle has just begun, but yeah. So I think that's the biggest lesson we need to learn, guys. And we've had little lessons like this before, too. Remember the 7N6? They were able to take the 7N6. That was an executive action, just gone. Get rid of it like it's nothing. Nobody cried about that. They just let it go because there weren't really many AK-74 owners at the time. Then it was kind of funny in a way because then the M855, they said, well, we think we want to ban that now. And then they went to ban the M855, and everyone stood up and screamed and yelled, and they didn't ban that. So, kind of going by that, you know, bump stocks, not many people cared, those got banned. 7 and 6, not many people cared, those got banned. M855, though, even though it's quite possibly, in my opinion, the worst round you could shoot out of an AR platform, or, you know, whatever 5.56 platform, but for whatever reason, people liked that so much, they stood up and yelled about it, and they stopped it. So, we have to remember, guys, just because it's not your caliber, just because the bump stock's not your accessory, we all need to get up and fight next time because they took it way, way, way too easy. So, that's my whole thing with the bump stock. It's still going. It's far from being done, but I don't think we did a good job. Really, none of us did. I'm including myself, not you guys. This isn't a lecture to you guys at all. This is just kind of like, you know, spread it around to your friends, etc. And let them know next time they come up with some kind of BS like this that it does matter. Because I assure you there's going to be more with how easy it was. Let me go back and check the chat here, guys. If it's buffering a little bit, I don't know what to do because I guess I'm going to have to do another test stream here this week, like a private one, because I've been streaming on here now for, shoot, 1.5 years at least, and I was real familiar with how it all worked. And now it's totally different, so I'm in a different window on YouTube that, to be honest, I've never even seen before. And yeah, if there's little bits of buffering, I don't know what to do, guys. I think it's on YouTube's end. Okay, let me see what's going on in the chat. And just remember, guys, if you guys want to say something directly to me, do @GlockShooter79. What that'll do for me is it'll put it in orange. And by it being in orange, I can see it. Because a lot of this is you guys saying hi to each other. And I encourage you guys to all make friends and hang out and, you know, do as much as you can to spread the word throughout, you know, the chat here. But if you're specifically talking to me, do @GlockShooter79, all one word, no space, and then it'll show up in orange. It's real easy to do on a PC. If you're on your phone, you'll probably have to type it out. But the PC, you just do like @ and then start the GL, and it'll pop up where you can click it. So let me go back in the chat real quick here and see what's going on. Okay, we got Mateo's in here. What's up, man? Appreciate you moderating. SwitchPod, how's it going, man? We got Zeke here. Oh, thanks for the shout out, Zeke. I appreciate it. And I'd like to give him a shout out. For all you guys who don't know who Zeke Shoots is, he's a good friend of mine. He's the one that kind of gave me my start and gave me the confidence to start these streams. So I'll always thank Zeke for that and encourage you guys to check out his channel too. Let's see who else we got here. Crooked Creek Shooting, how's it going? Good to have you. Brastard, what's up, man? I've known him for a while. Orion, what's up? He's another good buddy of mine. Mel64D, get a haircut, he said. Nice to see you too, Mel. We got Warsaw. What's up, Warsaw? Let's see here. Mark, how's it going, Mark? Do I think they will pass the red flag laws in Michigan? I hope not. I did a bunch of videos on that, if you remember, and I'm still working on it. But right now, they're kind of just like not really saying much, and they're just kind of letting it sit in committee. So this is probably a good thing. Whenever you can get legislators to kind of stall something and not race to do it, that's good. But I was just thinking about that the other day. I need to keep working on that. But right now, I don't have a lot to report. I don't want to keep doing the, hey guys, I have nothing to report thing. But yeah, keep calling your state reps, man. They should be getting back to you. They really should. From what I understand right now, my particular state rep, Bellino, his official statement is he's not going to support it, period. Speaker Chatfield doesn't have an official statement yet, but his clerk that I talked to said, look, he's probably not going to be in favor of this. He's very pro-gun. I could never see him supporting this, but we have no official statement. So that's probably, right now I think it's probably going okay, but I don't think we should just rust on it and forget about it. But at the same time, yeah, I hear you, man. It's weird. On the local level, they kind of keep a lot of the stuff to themselves, it seems like. Say Tens here. How's it going, man? See if there's anyone else in here. Michael Nichols, how's it going? Yeah, you brought up a good point, Michael. The fight may have just started, but they are supposed to offer injunctions on any case where they would most likely side with the plaintiff. It doesn't speak well about the case. And you're absolutely right. So I didn't want to give you guys, I'm not trying to give you guys like a premature pep, rally here. Oh yeah, we're going to beat it. Look, just to be a realist, we're probably not going to beat the bump stock ban if I had to just like make a guess. But we still have a chance and it's not over yet. I just wanted to make that distinction because too many people have been saying it's over, we've lost, the case is over. Well, not really. The case is basically hasn't started yet. So, but no, good point, Michael. I appreciate it. What's happening, Cave Dave? Glad to have you here, man. Tyven Show. What's up, Tyven? Let's see here. Brastard says they will ban all semi-auto because they can be bump fired, thus readily modified to full auto. And that's the crazy thing about it. And that's what that ruling actually says. The ruling's like well over 100 pages long. And by the time you're done reading it, you realize that at the whim of this administration, or even worse, say a real liberal Democrat gets elected during their administration, they can kind of sort of do whatever they want with it. So, yeah. You're right on with that. Tyven says this bump stocks is just a test for when they ban everything. Amen, man. And that's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said. Yeah, Ryan brings up something. We do have a little bit of good news. A federal judge. So this would be like the Southern District federal judge in California. He just ruled the California 10-round magazine capacity limit, the high cap mag ban. He just ruled that unconstitutional. Awesome news. That's definitely a good thing. And what this means is it started off on the right track. So unlike the bump stock ban, which has started off terrible, but maybe we can pull it out. No, this is starting off good. It's always good when the originating court has a ruling because now they have to look at it under a different type of, not necessarily scrutiny level, but they have to kind of prove the judge wrong rather than just doing the real easy, hey, political decision, like they usually do. So this is starting off good. But before we get our hopes up too much, this is sure to be challenged. Sure to be challenged. Newsom's already, right now, demanding his Solicitor General to challenge this. Trust me, California is going to fight this to the better end, and this may indeed go to the Supreme Court. Depending how the Circuit Court of Appeals rules on this, depends whether we're going to want it to go to the court or not. So if the Circuit Court says we agree with the district judge, then we hope the Supreme Court doesn't hear it, right? But if the circuit overturns, which would be the Ninth Circuit, like the most anti-Second Amendment circuit there is, if they rule against this district judge in the Southern District of California, then we're going to have to rely on the Supreme Court to bail us out and grant us our rights back. By the way, our rights that weren't given to us by the Supreme Court or California or any lawmaker. They're our God-given rights. But we found ourselves in a situation now, haven't we, where societies over the generations and decades have gotten this government to the point where apparently we've accepted that the government can grant us permission for things and high courts can come in and decide, the moral compass of this country. It's just my opinion. Big Bad Jones is here. What's up, man? Big Bad Jones has a neat channel, guys, if you'd like to check out someone new. Same thing with SwitchPod. SwitchPod has a good channel. Let's see what we got going on here. You guys are mainly talking amongst yourselves, I think. Yeah, I mean, it's semantics, Brastard. He says machine guns are banned, just some amount that's getting smaller all the time are grandfathered in. Yeah, they basically banned newly created ones after 86. I think that's what you're saying, and that's true. But still, though, they gave more leeway with actual machine guns than they did bump stocks, didn't they? Everything's a lie. How's it going? Welcome. He says can't ban Jerry Miculek's finger. And that's the thing. He brings up another good point. Just the fact that that really complicated ruling, executive ruling, said, hey, look, it basically says anything that could increase the rate of fire could be banned. So since you can't literally cut people's fingers off, at least I hope not, maybe they could. You never know. I shouldn't say that since it's unlikely that they would cut fingers off. what they're probably going to have to say is, look, we just have to ban all semi-autos, or you have to put some device on there that, like a ratcheting mechanism that slows it down so much that you just can't get any more than the appropriately deemed level that will allow you to have. I hate to say it, guys, but that's probably where they're going to try to end up. And if we do a good job and we hold all of our lawmakers accountable and we raise a stink and we fight for this, we can probably stop it. But as of right now, that's where they're going to go towards. Sure. Because there's always some guy with a fast trigger finger, and they don't want that either. Let's see what else we got going on here. A few more comments here. Noble Savage is here. What's up, man? Francis, how's it going, Francis? Francis is one of my original guys. A few of you guys are. When I first got on, you know, and started streaming, I'd have like 5 to 10 people in here, and Francis is one of those guys. Always good to see you. Francis is thinking about selling his Legion USA AKM and wondering how much you should sell it for. Send me an email, Francis. Glockshooter79@gmail.com. Yeah? Tyvin brings up a point. That's a suggestion, and that's what I want. I want you guys' suggestions. I want you guys talking to your people, you know. He says everyone should tweet Trump and say how the bump stocks ban's working out for you and ask how many has been turned in. Yeah, because Trump's a populist, and he has an election coming up, right? So I think letting him know that, hey, you know, the conservatives, or I don't know if you guys are conservatives or not, but you can frame it to Trump however you want. I'm a gun owner. I'm a conservative. I'm another populist, just like you, Trump. Just frame, you know, tell him who you are and why he may lose your vote. And that's going to be the best way to handle Trump. Trump wants to go with the whims of what he feels that the populace wants. He's not a strict conservative. I don't think any of us have ever really thought that. And AOC, she's the boss now. Warsaw Patriot, I heard you have a new video too. I'm on here right now, but I'll check it out a little later. YouTube has a lot of rules, guys, now, and this is beyond like us. Like, this is my channel, and I have some, you know, authority over it, if you will. But really, YouTube's the boss, right? And they've banned sub for sub stuff. So it's fine for me to get on here and say, hey, check out, you know, the Tyvin Show. Check out, you know, Zeke Shoots, SwitchPod. Who else have we got here? You know, Warsaw. I can shout out whoever I want. But the way their chat bots work is they're scouring chats right now. And they're looking for people saying sub for sub, check out my video. And they don't like that at all. They're banning people, they're banning chats. I don't want to say I know exactly how it works, because I think the intention is they don't want anyone to know how it works. But yeah, they're really, really cracking down on all of that sub for sub and check out my channel stuff. They just don't like it. Which to me is BS, because really it's like this is supposed to be a platform for everybody. And if we're spreading the word to our friends, they should be happy there's another channel going. But nope, I've been informed YouTube doesn't like that at all. Yeah, she's the boss. Ha ha ha, Orion said. You know what the good thing about my videos are, guys? You have people in there like Orion Fixer, you know, Mateo, SwitchPod, just to name a few, Big Bad Jones. You know, there's a lot of good comments in my videos that people leave, and I really enjoy reading them. Now, this is getting to be my busy time of year with outdoor work, so if I don't acknowledge you guys' comment, or I don't have time to type something back, I'll give you the little heart. And I'm having one of my helpers kind of help me with the comments too a little bit coming up here, because I've just been so busy, it's hard for me to read all of them, or respond, but I do really like you guys' comments. You guys say a lot of cool stuff on my videos, and it kind of gives me inspiration to make new videos, knowing that there's at least a few people that, you know, either care a little bit or find it entertaining. Yeah, Strike Nine's here. What's up, man? He's another old buddy of mine. He said, I got band hands, keep them in my pocket. Yeah, Noble Savage, you're right. 500K to 1 million new felons. Unless you're a bona fide member of Firearms Policy Foundation, go to their website and decide for yourself, guys. But a lot of people think that you're good to go right now, you know. Maybe not permanently, unfortunately, but as of right now, there's a stay granted to all their members. See, and it just blocked SwitchPod saying +++111, and that's not me, guys. I'm not blocking anything. And Mateo just unblocked him for me. But I'm just telling you, YouTube's really, really cracking down with their algorithm on what people can do in their chat. And I know what SwitchPod was doing. I just know he was saying +1, like he agreed with something probably one of you guys said. But YouTube thought he was like +1ing himself, so they hit his comment. Isn't that crazy? Completely crazy. All right, enough about politics for right this minute. Politics and gun laws. Do you guys want to look at guns a little bit? I think you guys always like a little bit of looking at guns and gun porn, if you will. Let me wait for it to catch up here. I'm looking at the comments. See, it used to be where I could look at myself on the screen live, and then the chat was live. Well, right now it's got me on like a 3-minute delay or something, so it takes me a second to get the comments back, but screw it. I already know the answer, guys. You guys know, you guys want to look at guns, don't you? So let me go grab something real quick to show you guys. I got a couple goodies here. Alright, cool. Yeah, YouTube does like to buffer me a little bit because, well, you know, they don't really like this stuff too much that we talk about. We're not doing anything wrong. We're law-abiding. Heck, our group of people here, we're probably the most law-abiding people I know, but they still don't like us. Yeah, you're right, Orion. Orion brings up a very good point. YouTube doesn't want us to be organized. That's true. That's true. But you know what? YouTube's a public platform. They get special exceptions, you know, that the government gives them, unlike certain businesses. And yeah, they need to uphold their deals they've made, and they need to abide by the Bill of Rights, and they need to let us talk about what we want to talk about. Because like I said again, we're not starting any trouble with anybody. We're good people, good law-abiding people. A lot of us go to church on Sundays, you know, pay our taxes, work hard. We're the good people, but, you know, whatever. We all have our own opinions, don't we? SAJPB52, welcome. He says, NRA is going broke, might shut down. Well, here's what I would suggest to the NRA. Don't promote the bump stock ban. Don't plant it in Trump's head, because many people said this bump stock ban started with Trump. Well, NRA's the ones that first asked for the regulation. So NRA, don't support the bump stock ban, and don't support the red flag laws, because by the way, they've offered support for those too. And maybe then you won't go broke. If the NRA wants to keep on being politically correct and trying to cater to who knows who, well, then I'll give them another saying I've heard lately. Get woke, go broke. So that's my opinion on the NRA. Sorry. Right now, though, I'm going to be making my donations to Firearms Policy Foundation and Coalition and the GOA, Michigan Gun Owners, local groups. That's who I'm going to support. All right, let me see here, guys. So I've been interested in the 6.5 lately. Well, I've been interested in the 6.5 for a long time, but one of the many versions of the 6.5. So I decided I'd get into the Grendel a little bit. 6.5 Grendel. So naturally I bought a case of Wolf, because this is one of the main reasons to get into 6.5 in my opinion, is because this ammo is like $5 a box. And hey, there you go. So we're looking at just a little bit more than like 7.62 by 39 price. So I got that. The 100 grain full metal jacket. And then I picked up one of these pistol uppers. 12.5 inch barrel. This is from Palmetto State Armory. And this is what sucks, guys. I can't tell if it's focusing good or not because, yeah. I'll try to figure it out a little better next time, guys, where um, where I can figure out this new software, but it's just not letting me see it in real time. So I've got this pistol upper, which I think is going to be pretty cool. I'm kind of excited about it. And I bought as a complete upper from Palmetto. Came with a bolt carrier group, charging handle, whole 9 yards. Now I would note, just for you guys that aren't really sure about the 6.5 Grendel, I'm by no means an expert, but I can walk you through the basics. So we have a bolt and carrier group, but it's a little bit different than like a 5.56 What they've had to do, seeing how it has a bigger case, they've had to open up this area, obviously, on the face of the bolt to allow for the bigger, you know, basically 7.62 by 39 case, because that's actually what 6.5 is made off of. So it has a special bolt. Obviously, it has a different carrier and a different upper. I'm sorry. The upper itself's the same, different barrel. Jeez, guys, I'll get it right the third time. It's obviously going to have a different barrel, chambered in the 6.5 Grendel. And the round itself, we'll take a quick look at that. So here, I've got a 7.62 by 39. And here, I have a 6.5 Grendel. So what we're going to notice here is the cases are the same parent case. So 6.5, 7.62 by 39, started off life as the same case. Has the same exact size rim, if you will, semi-rim. The case head, right? But what they've done is they've taken on the case mouth and they've sized it down. So this is what would you call more of a bottlenecked round, right? Whereas the 7.62 by 39 just has like a little bit of a taper, a little bit of a bottleneck, if you will. This has a much more drastic bottleneck. Generally, what this is going to do for you, like it does with most rounds, is you're going to get speed, right? So this is going to be a little bit faster round than a 7.62 by 39. And there's some people in the chat right now that know a lot more about the 6.5 than me, and they know a lot more about ammo than me. But I'm just kind of showing you guys just to, you know, just kind of in a fun, informal way. Yeah, 6.5 Grendel. Now, the thing with 6.5 Grendel is, people have said different things about how they have good luck with it going in a 5.56 mag. Maybe, and maybe they do, but the rule of thumb is no, you need a separate mag for it, right? Now, your lower is still going to be the same on your AR, but you need a different mag. So, I have this small little, this is made by C Products Defense. This is a little hunting magazine. I believe this one's just holding 5 rounds. Yep, 5-round mag. And you can see what the ammo looks like in there. And then I picked up some of these. And these are the Elander mags. Now, if you go to Alexander Arms, which they were one of the creators of the 6.5 Grendel, we'll say. They had a good part in creating the round, right? If you go to buy a mag from them, they're going to sell you an Elander mag. And these are made in Israel. So I bought 3 of these. Now, I will admit that right off the bat, these were really stiff. It was hard to cram the 24 rounds. These are 24 round mags, right? But what I'm doing is I'm keeping all 3 of them preloaded here. We're probably on about 5 days and counting now. I'm going to keep these preloaded for a couple weeks and see if that relaxes the initial tension on the spring a little bit. A few people have told me that'd probably be a good idea. And then I figured while I was at it, since I'm getting into a new caliber, I may as well go all out. So not only did I get the 12.5 pistol barrel, which I'm going to use as kind of like a little flamethrower, to be honest, like a personal defense weapon that might be in my truck with me or right next to my desk at my shop, something along those lines. And then I picked up this one here. And hopefully you guys can see that, because again, I have to kind of get back because, well, this new YouTube software doesn't let me see what's going on in real time. So this is an offering from Bear Creek. It's a 24-inch barreled upper assembly, fluted stainless steel barrel, right? And I do like the flutes on this. Whereas we've seen for a long time a lot of the twisted flutes and stuff, and those look cool. I just wanted something a little bit different. Okay? This has the straight flutes, which is pretty cool. And the muzzle device is pretty cool too. Now this is more of a flash hider style muzzle device, but it's also stainless and it just like matches it real nice where it just gives it a sleek look. So what my plan is I could take my pistol out for the day or the week or whatever I want to do. And then if I want to do a little bit of longer range shooting, let's just say, to get more of the maximum efficiency out of the round, right? Because this 24-inch barrel is going to allow it to burn essentially all of its powder up while the projectile is still going through the barrel. Whereas you use a short barrel, then you're going to, you know, a lot of the powder is going to basically fly out before the barrel, the projectile is going to leave before you've burned all your powder up. So you're definitely going to get better terminal ballistics out of this barrel than you will the little upper. So what I'm hoping doing there is just taking the bolt and carrier, right, and charging handle that I got with my upper, because this was bought as just like a basic upper. And you get them pretty cheap this way from Bear Creek. This was like under 200 bucks, guys, for this whole upper assembly. No bolt and carrier or charging handle. But I'm just going to grab the ones for my pistol, throw those in there, and I should be good to go, right? As soon as I can move my bolt back in the battery. It's like hard to do the easiest things on camera. You guys ever notice that? But there we go. So, yeah, I thought this would be pretty cool. And, you know, you guys know I'm more of an AK guy, and that's kind of why I like the 6.5 in a way. I mean, it's like it's kind of like a Russian round. The parent case is a 7.62 by 39, and you can get the cheap Wolf ammo for it. That's the winner right there. If I was going to get stuck paying, you know, 10 to 12 to 15 bucks a box, like 300 blackout, I probably would have said nah. But just the fact that I can get the cheap ammo for it, that's pretty cool, right? Looks like I've got a few comments here to answer. Let me catch back up in the chat here, guys, because you guys are doing exactly what I asked you to. You're putting it in orange for me, which is good. It focused, but it's too dark. Guys, I'm going to try better next time, okay? It's basically like I can't see. They're giving me like this little preview up in the top left, and I'm getting it in like a 3 to 5 minute delay. I'll work on it. Let's see here. The pistol upper in Noble Savage is 6.5. 6.5 Grendel. Let's see here. Switchpod said G2 bolt head spacing. It's important to know the difference. I think the Type 2 is the only thing that they're currently selling, but that is what this is. This is a Type 2, and this was sold to me as a Type 2 upper, and the other one was also sold as a Type 2 upper. So correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that means I can switch these bolt and carrier groups out between the two uppers. Tyven said the California court just struck down the 10-round limit. Yep. I mentioned that a little bit earlier. Let's see what else you guys are talking about. The 6.5, the NRA. Yep, keep bashing the NRA, Warsaw. That's cool. Are the locking lugs thicker on the 6.5? I don't think so. Maybe someone else can answer that for Strike 9. Let's see what else we got going on here. Yeah, long range mofo, Cave Dave said. Oh, Orion says all these AR parts. Well, here's the thing. My loyal guys that can hold out a few minutes, when I'm done talking about this AR stuff, I have a special treat for the AK guys. But I got to make you guys earn your keep, right? Because if I just show the AK thing that just came out, and by the way, I think I'm going to be the first guy on YouTube to show it. I might be anyways. One of the first, let's just say. You guys will bail on me, right? So I have to like torture the AK guys with all this AR stuff. Then I get to bring the AK thing out at the very end, right? Yeah, but for now, you know, I'll probably roll with this. This is my 300 blackout pistol I've showed in the past. I'm kind of happy with this rig. It's a pretty nice setup. So I might take this and, you know, no reason to take it apart right now. You guys know how to do this. But yeah, I might take this and throw the, you know, pistol upper on this, and then just take one of my AR-15 lowers and throw the longer 6.5 upper, the 24-inch. I think it'll be pretty cool. Oh, geez, Mel said try building a rifle on camera. I know, dude. That's got to be crazy. But at least you know how to edit a little bit, Mel. I don't. I'm working on it, though. I'm trying to figure this out, guys. Just keep in mind I own 2 small businesses, so it's hard. And I know you have a regular job, too, Mel. It's crazy, isn't it? We do all this stuff on YouTube, too, for free. But, hey, we like doing it or we wouldn't do it. Noble Savage says, stick with the small barrel. Yeah, you know, I think they serve 2 different roles, you know. That small barrel's not going to be very handy out the window of the pickup in a pinch, right? So, yeah. I think if you're just looking at the round on paper, though, of course the long barrel's better. But it happens to be a pretty legitimate round, even in a short barrel. And that's what's kind of cool about it. Okay, let me see what else is going. Francis asked if I got the email of the AKM. If it's during the stream, I've not had a chance to check, obviously. If there was another one, I don't know. I don't remember getting one from you recently here, if that's what you're asking. Okay, cool, cool. If you guys have any more questions about the 6.5, I'll refer you guys to Mateo and SwitchPod, which are, you know, they know quite a bit about this topic, so it's good that they're in here. What's up, GameCuber? How you doing, man? Oh no, I'm not popular, dude, but I've known you for a while. Did you come over when we met in the Legally Armed America chat? Is that where I met you, or was it Hank Strange? What's up, Zeke? How's it going? This is that Zeke guy I said that, you know, kind of gave me my start on YouTube. So, any of you guys in here that aren't familiar with Zeke, go check out the Zeke Shoots channel. You can just click on his name right there and, you know, go to channel. Especially if you're an AK guy, or if you want to get into the AK. That's a good guy to know. And I see that SAJ PB, he's asking about the AK, so go talk to Zeke. And I mean, I might be a little bit of an AK guy too myself, guys. Don't get me wrong. And there's going to be a lot more AK videos coming up on this channel too. So don't worry about that. There's more gun videos coming out, guys. I've just been doing a lot of political stuff because, and I've said this before, I feel if we don't talk about our gun rights and keep our gun rights at the forefront, all these things can become novelties at a certain point when they take them from us. And yeah, we're not going to give them up, I get that, but we're not going to be able to show them on YouTube anymore. So to keep it alive and well, where we can still show these fun guns on YouTube, I'm gonna keep talking about the Second Amendment a little bit more, while they're literally trying to take everything from us. And once we can slow down this slippery slope a little bit, then I think, you know, I can maybe show, like, you know, a little bit more of a majority of gun videos. But it's just chaos right now. I mean, it's every single day. They're trying to take our guns, and they're trying to confiscate them, and they're trying to make a registry and get us on a list. And, you know, that sucks. Where, you know, there's over 20 of us in here right now, hanging out, having a good time, talking about guns. And I know by myself I'm not going to make a difference, guys, but I like to hope if I made like 1/1000th of a percentage of a difference, and there was 999 people like me, that we could maybe make a little bit of a change. And so that's what I'm doing. If you guys are wondering, like, where's the channel heading? I love guns. I'm going to probably start focusing on more gun videos as time goes on, like I have in the past. I still love the AK. AKs and com blocks are my main passion. But my real passion is the Second Amendment. And as much as I'm into guns, and as many guns as I may have, and as many guns as I like to share, I'm a lot more of a Second Amendment guy than I am a gun guy at heart. And that's just the way I feel about it, you know? So, let's see here. You know what I want to do? I want to show you guys a few more things here. So you know what happens to me? And I know I've said this a million times before. I get on here, and I just got done working, you know. I mean, I was outside, like, in a customer's yard till dark, 8 o'clock my time. Had to drive like 35 minutes back to the shop. Haven't even unloaded the truck yet. Saw that YouTube changed its stupid streaming setup thing, if you will. and had to figure out how to use that in 2 minutes. Still don't know how to use it. But so anyways, I'm like, I don't know if I'm prepared for this stream. But again, talking to you all and hanging out, I have a good time, and I never run out of stuff to talk about, do I? I may not be good at much, but I've always been pretty good at being able to talk for an extremely long time. Mel says, I can't think of what to do for videos. Guess I'll just stick with the same old thing. I don't know, man. I mean, here's the thing. Everybody has their different talents and gifts. I think you're an enjoyable guy to watch, Mel, which, by the way, guys, that's another channel I want to shout out, Mel64D. He has an excellent channel, and he's been friends of mine and Zeke's for a long time, and he's friends with many other people in here, too. And go check out Mel. Mel does a real good job. He's been known as a building guy, which it's tough for a building guy on YouTube right now, you know, AK builds and all that. What I would encourage you to do, Mel, if you just wanted my opinion, good night, Big Bad Jones, if you're still there. What I would encourage you to do, Mel, is with the building, it's getting a little bit tough. But there's some nuances of building. And get with Zeke on this. Zeke's going to know. Zeke has the rules down a lot better than me. But maybe you could take some of these things, like if we have gas blocks that aren't, you know, what's up with some of these gas blocks coming in from WBP and some of the stuff that Arms of America has, and go over some of these. And maybe, you know, people have always liked it when you test the metallurgy. People like that. Well, not just that, but fitment of things and measuring things. I know you have access to all that equipment. I think that would be pretty cool. Basically, here's what I'm getting at, Mel, to sum it up. We've got the AK. It's starting to go way more mainstream. We've got, you know, PSA. They're going to be having a whole new series coming out soon. We've got all these parts coming in from WBP. And people have so many questions about, you know, kind of like separating the wheat from the chaff a little bit. I could see some really good videos on your channel where you're like comparing some of these parts and saying, here's the deal with this WBP gas block. Now, I don't know if that's going to be like a real popular thing across all of YouTube, but for the AK guys, I think they're really going to like it. And there are a lot of AK guys out there, so I don't know, man. I probably just went in a big circle, but that's an idea I have for you there. Just getting down to some of the technical stuff, because there's a lot of geeks out there. Yep, just like Mateo said, I will be unveiling my new My Little Brony AK build in a future stream. So there you go. And here's the messed up part, guys. I don't know if the chat's going along with the video or if the chat's in real time. So I may be off of the video and answering the chat by like 3 minutes. I have no idea. So who knows? I'm trying to do the best I can, guys, but this is really messing with me, because every stream I've ever done, I can see my face like right there on the same screen, and now I'm seeing this thing that's like 3 to 5 minutes later. Anyways, so yeah, I had some mail that came in, guys, to me and the channel, and it came from a viewer and a channel that, again, I shouted out earlier, from SwitchPods. So SwitchPod sent me something, guys, and there's some pretty cool stuff in here. He sent me a whole care package, basically. So I'm gonna real quick do an unboxing of my gift that I got. And this means a lot to me, because I don't really get gifts. So we were talking about a sticker in a stream. SwitchPod and I were. This is how this started off. He had a cool little sticker that I liked. And he said, hey, man, I got an extra one. Do you want me to send you one? And I said, yeah. So this is the Rhodesian Foreign Legion sticker. And when I saw this, I think it was on his coffee cup in a Hangouts. And I was like, man, I've got to get this, you know. So I started off with this. He said, I'll send you the sticker. I'm like, cool, dude. And then he sent me 2 of them, right? Well, this SwitchPod guy must really like me, because then he went on to send me a bunch of cool stuff. DeVito Racing compound sticker. One of those little pocket credit card, you know, wallet kind of little survival knives. These are cool. I had one before, but I broke it, so this is nice. Gave me a nice DPMS Panther Arms patch. That's pretty cool. Let me see here. BMW Master Technician. What do you guys think? Can I pull it off here? That might look good. A little, you know, one-time use flitz polish. This stuff's awesome for a million things, guys. Help to smooth out the little internals of your gun. You can even use this in like a frosted bore to help a little bit, from my personal experience, like an old Mosin barrel or something, you know. He also sent me a UN safety devices sticker. We all love the UN, right? I think these stickers are actually pretty hard to get, so that's going to look good. And I'm going to stick all this stuff up. I just wanted to show you guys. He sent me a LPA brand adjustable sight. Now this is for a SIG. So I thought this was pretty cool. Road Scholar, hold that thought, by the way, man. And how you doing? Good to see you too. And he also got me this Odinworks adapter, and I wasn't really sure what this was at first, but what this is this is a little spacer. So if you have like a I'll show you guys real quick. These are pretty cool. So if you have one of these braces here, right, and you want the length of, you know, cheek rest to be a little further out, you can slide the friction of the rubber of your brace out, right? And you can slide this out. Now I never knew what this was, so hopefully this helps somebody here. So say it was a little more comfortable for me to apply to my cheek back here, right? Another inch of cheek pull, if you will. This will go around the buffer tube, okay? And I can clamp it down. And now it gives it a stopping point. So it extends the length of pull or a length of cheek weld, if you will, on your braced pistol. So I appreciate it, SwitchPod. That was pretty cool. And last but not least, this is the gift I was most flattered. So if you guys aren't familiar with SwitchPod yet, check out his YouTube channel and also go over to the Full 30 forums. And he has a really cool gun there, guys. He has a Mark 18 Mod Zero carbine. And this thing's like really nice, and it's custom, and he spent a lot of time on it. And what he did is he does his own engraving, which you'll see if you check out his channel and whatnot. And he actually engraves like unique logos and like really cool sayings and selector markings onto his different AR platform guns. And if you're familiar with this Mark 18 Mod Zero I'm talking about, it's pretty famous over on the Full 30 forums. There's a really long thread, and if you can post a link to it in the chat, go ahead. SwitchPod. Let me find SwitchPod here. Okay, SwitchPod, you should be able to post links in my chat now. So anyways, guys, this is basically his prototype. And again, I hope to God this focuses, because I can't see myself until 5 minutes later. But what he did is he first did his first prototype, if you will, on a piece of wood. And this ended up on that famous Mark 18 rifle that I just talked about, that I suggest you guys go look for on Full 30 forums. SwitchPod's a leader over there, or to his channel. Just click on his name, you'll find his channel. But yeah, so I have the one and only prototype for what's become quite a famous gun over there on the internet. And you know, for Glock Shooter 79 from SwitchPod. So thanks a lot, man. That means a lot to me, you know, that someone would make something by hand. And you know, Warsaw Patriot, he made this for me a few months back, guys, and it still sits here. So it means a lot to me when you guys actually send me something that you made, you know. It's nice. Okay, AK guys, let's see here. Somebody already said something. Cave Dave, yeah, I know. He said, I haven't seen an AK yet. Road Scholar, he said, just got my 22 conversion kit for the AK. Not sure I'm going to keep it because might have to modify the kit. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, Mel 64D, Garage Goober tips and tricks, pretty much. So, I did get something for the AK, guys. And this all started here. So the last SHOT Show, it was, I can't remember if it was the Forgotten Weapons channel or In Range, right? Because Ian's like on both of them. And he went in and he was interviewing this small company that had an AK-22 long rifle conversion kit. And I'm glad, I wanted to talk about this anyways. But Road Scholar, you kind of rushed me on this because you spilled the beans. But that's good because we were going to talk about this. So I thought, you know what, this is going to be vaporware. We're never actually going to see this in this country. And I went to their website, and it was like all in a foreign language, and I couldn't even read anything. And I'm like, oh man, this isn't looking good. I'm never going to be able to buy this conversion kit. But my mind was kind of like, man, I'm interested. I'm intrigued by it. And guess what? On Centerfire, about a week ago they popped up. So I called someone at Centerfire that I knew, and I want to thank Centerfire, by the way, for sending this to me so quickly and for sending this to the channel so that I could have this for the channel and to show you guys. So I do want to thank Centerfire for that, getting me this kit to the channel. So here it is, guys. Now, most of you guys might not have heard of this yet, but this is something I've been anticipating for a long time. And what this product is this is a 22 long rifle conversion for your AKM. Now, they make some purpose-built 22 AKs, AKMs, and they're so-so. I thought the Romania one was kind of cool, actually. The Chiappa one that you can buy at Atlantic and whatnot right now. And the price isn't bad, but here's the problem. To buy a dedicated 22 AK, you got a whole nother gun, right? More room in the safe, more room on the shelf, whatever. In my case, more room in the warehouse to take up. But anyways, it's a whole nother gun to have, and they do cost at the cheapest $400 plus shipping plus FFL. Again, I was glad that Centerfire was able to send this for me. I want to thank them one more time. But this is pretty cool. These go for, I believe, I'd have to check it out. I'm under the impression these are sold out now, but they were like $269. So still cheaper than an AK, but this converts it to a 22 long rifle. And what it consists of, I'm going to do, this is just an unboxing, guys. There's going to be a dedicated video to this. So today's just an unboxing and kind of a sneak peek because I haven't seen this on YouTube yet, to be honest. I'm just going to show you guys what it comes with. It comes with a paper manual. Now I'm reading the back here. Warranty. The AK conversion kit is warranted to be free from manufacturing defects and material and workmanship for a period of 1 year. So it has a 1-year warranty. They also gave me a CD-ROM. So I'll be putting that in the computer. And the kit itself comes with like 3 pieces, right? So essentially what this does is it kind of makes it into a little blowback system within your AK. So it's not going to use your gas piston and all that. So here we have the initial piece, which is kind of like your chamber area, if you will, and kind of your upper receiver almost, because this is where the bolt's going to go into, and your barrel. Now this is a sleeve that's going to go inside of your regular AKM chamber and barrel. And this part that you see here, when it tapers down past the chambering, this is your actual barrel. So your barrel is only this long. And then it's just going to utilize the bigger, 7.62 millimeter barrel, and the bullet's just going to float right through the middle of that barrel. Obviously, there's not going to be enough bullet drop in the additional 5 or 6 inches for it to make contact, on the inside of the barrel or anything like that. So this is the barrel. Keep that in mind, guys. Let me look it up to the light here. Yep, it's definitely rifled. Actually, pretty crisp rifling for a 22, to be honest. So, yep, this is the rifled barrel. Barrel, almost kind of sort of receiver. And I'm not using legal terms, guys. I don't know what legally becomes what here, but I know this is legal and ATF approved, obviously. This is almost a receiver in a way. Chamber and barrel. Kind of cute, right? And it's labeled G-Dick. G-D-I-C-K-A, 2019, made in Croatia. So this is a Croatian product. Forgot to mention that. This is serial number 364. So I got one of the early ones that came into the country here. And by the way, guys, my agreement with Centerfire, I don't have to shout them out. I just wanted to because they got this to me in like 2 days after they found out I wanted it, which was awesome. Here's your recoil assembly with a captive spring with a little bushing on the end of it. Pretty cool. Okay, this looks like it's gonna engage the dust cover in the back. There's a little button there. Again, I've not used it yet. I purposely waited so you guys could get a genuine unboxing and first overall feel. This would be like, your bolt. And it does have an AK style charging handle in the bolt, right? So yeah, I'll be putting this together soon and putting it in one of my rifles. Now there's one more component, and this just goes to show you how new of a product this is. Let me grab the other part to this, I thought I brought it over here. Hold on. Oh yeah, by the way, who are you guys earlier that were saying I'm not into the AK anymore? Come on, guys. Orion, you were one of them. Cave Dave, you guys are getting ready to get on my you-know-what list. You know what I'm going to do to get back at these guys? I'm going to stream for like 3 hours straight one night, just on AKs. And make them so sick of the AK, they're ever going to regret teasing me about it. Let's see here. Yeah, guys, SwitchPod's posted his link, I see. Click on that. That's a really cool rifle, guys. I'd like to see some of you guys get on the phone over there at Full 30 forums, hang out with SwitchPod and others that are frequents here. Dex is here. What's up, Dex? Did I miss you earlier? Glad to have you. Everything is Elias here. How's it going, man? Let's see, Road Scholar. I hope I didn't miss anyone. If I missed you, just say hi to me again, because I like hanging out with you guys. Anyways, so just like any new product, there's a few little glitches, and this is a small one, but they send you this this kit I'm noticing, and then it shows everything, right? Like the magazine and all that. But look, the mags that go to these, because they do have their own dedicated mag, the mag doesn't actually fit, no matter how you do it. It just doesn't fit in the little cutout of the box. So the mag came in its own separate bag, but whatever, who cares? So it has its own dedicated mag, and I will note what's pretty cool. A lot of these conversions, if you will, and a lot of these 22 long rifle versions of like real guns, they give you like this stupid 10-round mag, and here they actually gave you a 25-rounder, which is pretty cool to assist in the loading. I kind of like this, kind of like what Ruger does on their Mark series guns. There's the two little knobs, if you will, for your thumb and finger there, that you can, assist the spring down. You can nurse that down as you're reloading your magazine, so that's pretty cool. I would note this is the polymer mag. The polymer seems rigid enough. It's not formed as one solid piece, though. I'm noticing this now. It is not seam sealed like how a lot of our polymer is. There's a little bit of not really a gap, but just a little bit of daylight there, and it's actually held together with screws, machine screws, and little nuts that are embedded into the magazine body. So yeah, it does look like there's a button on the floor plate to take this mag apart and service it. Again, initial unboxing. I'll get some more info on this later. Wasser 10, you've seen this before, guys, but I'm just going to use it as a quick test to see if this mag will fit the washer or not. Let's see what we got here. I'm having a little bit of a hard time right off the bat. You know why? This is supposed to work with a different bolt. Gotcha. See, I'm learning here, guys. This is far from my first AK I put together, but it's the first one with this conversion. So what I'm going to have to do here real quick is, see, it's hitting this bolt because of the clearance reasons. I'm going to have a totally different bolt in this, right? Because all this is going to come out. So, really, we're just wondering if it fits the mag well at this point, right? And it's a little bit tight. It almost does, but not quite. So I think this mag's going to have, yeah, I can get it to almost seat, but it's not quite going in past the mag catch. So I'm going to try it on another rifle just to make sure. But this rifle I used for quite a bit of mag testing when I did that puff gun video about a week or so ago. So this rifle is usually pretty on with any mag, so I think I'm going to have to probably relieve a little material here on the back. Might have to relieve a little bit under here too, because I don't think that it's able to fully get in there, okay? Alright, Francis, I'll see you later, and I'll check my email. But yeah, I'm just having a little bit of a hard time. It's close, but just not quite. So right off the bat, I'm going to have to do a little mag modifying. Not a big deal, though. For all you AK guys, you know how this works. You usually have to do a little bit of modifying just because these AKs aren't made in the same manner, if you will, as an AR, where everything is like all done on CNC machining. There's a lot of hand fitting. So when they put these parts kits together, these parts, you know, in these military factories, there's hand fitting that's involved in each gun. So the fact that I have to do a little bit of fitting, kind of to be expected. I would have kind of been shocked if all this stuff would have dropped in, to be honest with you. But that's as much as I'm going to show you guys today, because if I keep going, it won't give you an incentive to watch my actual video on this when I come out with it. So, yeah. Kind of excited about this. And I have a few other mags to try too, and when I do the longer video on this topic, I can go in and, you know, basically check all the mags. But let me grab it real quick here. But they did put in the box and sent me 3 extra mags beyond the one that comes with the kit. So I have a total of 4 mags to try out. So there you go. I'll do a little bit of testing, you know, with a couple different variants and whatnot, but I think I already know the answer. Just kind of looking where there's a little bit of contact being made here and whatnot. I think I know what I need to do with this mag. Oh boy, my desk is a mess here, guys. I got to put a couple things together just so I don't knock stuff over. We got 6.5 Grendel uppers, 22 long rifles, AKs, ARs, everything. Alright, that one's good. Okay, let me go over here and check and see. Just give me 1 second here, guys. This software is hard for me. I know I've said that a lot of times, but George, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. AK-22. Yeah, pretty much. That's the goal. I just had a little bit of a hitch with putting the mag in, though. It's not that I really like that or anything. It's just I've been around the AK long enough to know better, not to quite give up on it yet. Might not be a big deal at all. But if it is, I guess I'll be calling Croatia or whoever. See what they can do. I'll say, I'm the Glock Shooter 79 channel. I have 300 subs, so you better hurry up and... I'm only saying that because somebody made a comment earlier. Alright, let's look at the chat here. See if you guys have anything else to say. I'm not going to stay on too much longer, guys. Getting ready to wrap it up here. It's a busy Friday night, and I don't want anyone to get busted, you know, for staying out after curfew or anything. I know Orion, he kind of has a, Orion has a pretty early curfew from what I understand, and so does Cave Dave. I think those guys are, you know, kind of on the younger side, if you will, where, you know, I mean, they're adults, like they can vote, but mom doesn't really let them out too much past dark, so we'll have to, have to get going here soon so those guys don't get grounded, you know. Just Orion and Cave Dave. The rest of you guys are all at least in your 20s, I know. You guys said go for it. AK for 3 hours. I came close that one time. If you guys remember back in the day when I did that Yugoslavian variant AKM stream, that was 2.5 hours, and it was pretty much AKs about the whole time. So, yeah, Road Scholar, I see you. You said you have the same kit. Cool. Let me know if you're gonna keep it or any updates. I just kind of showed here how I'm having a little bit of magazine fitment issues right off the bat. I don't know if this is gonna be par for the course or just one out of spec mag, or if it's just a normal AK thing, like I said earlier. So, yeah, keep in touch with me and give me some feedback and let me know. Let's see here. But yeah, I have gone almost 3 hours on the AK before. I showed a quick teaser in another video. I'm going to be doing a star episode soon. And this is what I like to do on my streams, guys, is show you, you know, just little things here. So this is the model 28DA. I got a really nice one here as far as condition goes. And then I have another one of their grade B's, if you will. It has a little more finish wear, but gosh, is she smooth though. Oh boy, I mean, these guns are like so smooth, guys. It's insane. Just the impeccable machining. The triggers are just awesome. I mean, double action, so smooth. You can just literally stage it right to the point where you just know where it's going to break every time. Nice pull through on the double action. Single action, I mean, just like butter. Like no take up. I was just trying to show you the take up and accidentally, you know, let the round off. I mean, just nothing. Very, very nice guns. Like, you know, it has the old SIG inspired recessed frame. Slide recessed into the frame. So, this is an old SIG design that another famous pistol also copied off of SIG, if you will. But we're not going to refer to that other one because this really is, they were inspired in Spain. I read a lot of the backstory by the SIG, not the other company that was also inspired by SIG. And I don't want this to turn into a hipster stream, so I can't mention that other company, guys. Sorry. Because you even mention that name and it's like, whoa, like 20 hipsters just get sucked in like a magnet, right? Oh, Mateo said Croatia, where's the grip zone? Ooh, that's another company that we won't mention their name on this channel just because that company doesn't deserve any publicity at all. Stars. All right, I don't know. Is Albert McCall here? Have you guys seen him? Because Albert's a big star fan, and if you guys see Albert, let him know that I'm going to show some stars. So there's those two. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Stuff's falling off the table. You will also see in this future video, you will be seeing a Star Super B, which is also a very nice gun. And what else do I have in here? There's more in this pistol bag, trust me. A Star Model BM. These are the ones that you guys are familiar with that are currently still available for less than 200 bucks. I will tell you this, guys. This is not a $200 gun. This gun is only $200 because it's available on the surplus market right now. You'll never find a gun made to this quality that has this much fit and finish, smooth, again, impeccable machining. I don't think you'll find a gun made this well for $200. It's just undervalued right now because it's a surplus, and that's how mil-surps work. So, Star BM 9mm. Let's see, Super B 28 DA, and then there's one more that's going to be making its appearance. And that'd be the original Star Model B. This is an old one, guys, made in 1943. It has German proofs, meaning it was actually used by the Germans, World War II. I'll go into that a little further later, but yeah, 9mm, chambered in 9mm Luger. Again, same thing as the rest of the Stars. Very nice and smooth. I mean, just an impeccable machine here. I mean, the workmanship at that time. How smooth the slide is. Really nice gun. So yeah, this is an old one right here. World War II vintage. And at least that was an empty pistol case I just knocked off the desk. Alright. George says, is that a Red Ryder? Yeah, that's a Red Ryder back there. The Red Ryder box. That's the empty box. The BB gun itself, hold on, George. There it is. And it's loaded too, guys. I don't know if you can hear those BBs. Red Ryder. This is my go-to, just so you guys know. In fact, all the guns on this whole video are fake, guys. They're all BB guns, or, as you can see right here, airsoft. This is the BB gun channel now, from here on out. What do you guys think? Is that a good idea? The Glock Shooter BB gun channel. All right, let's see here. No, SwitchBot, I meant like at least in your 20s. The young guys here are Cave Dave and Orion Fixer is all I meant. What's up, Lehman Russ? How's it going? Lehman's an AK guy. Lehman, if you want to respond in your video to me, I'm curious what the serial number is of your M72AB1. I don't need the whole thing, but just give me like the first three and then put dots in there or something. Like, oh, let's see. I'm looking at mine over here. Mine's a 1984. I just want to know the serial number range because there's not a lot of those in the country, and I'm kind of trying to keep track, you know, of the serial number ranges. So you can X out the last couple, and that'd be fine. But so if you get a chance, Lehman, respond back to my comment in your last video about the serial number for your Yugo M72 AB1 RPK. Oh, let's see here. I hope Cave and Orion knew I was joking. I think you guys do, though. You know me well enough by now. Brandon Webb, you'll probably have to go back to the beginning of the video here. I did talk about that in the beginning and told you guys where it's at. So, yep, I did talk quite a bit about that, and I will continue to give you guys updates as soon as I have them. Right now, not a whole lot in the last couple days, but I will definitely, I'm not done with this topic yet. I just don't want to do any videos that says nothing to report here. But yeah, we talked about it for the first 20 minutes at least of the stream. So when this goes back live after the playback, you know, take a look at it. Oh, maybe Mateo can help Warsaw with the whole CZ thing, you know, and SIG. No, I'm not talking about the Scorpion, Lehman. I was just saying this. This is what's hard about this being on a delay, so you guys may already have your questions answered ahead of time. This is inspired from an old SIG military pistol, the whole slide recessed into the frame, which also happened to inspire the CZ75 too. But this gun was in development, and this whole concept was in development around the same time originally, if not before the CZ75. But yeah, Lehman, I was talking to you about your M72 AB1 underfolding RPK, which I am familiar with. I don't know if you were familiar with my channel back when I did that video, but I did like a 2.5 hour live stream just on Yugo variants. So if you're interested in those, you might want to go back and watch it. One other quick thing. One of my viewers gave a shout out on one of my videos and said, hey guys, look, this G2C that I've done a video on, that are $200, and I thought pretty good bang for the buck. And a lot of guys are getting in the comments saying these have been great guns for them, you know. So $200, Palmetto, free shipping right now, $25 rebate. So these become a $175 gun now. Just wanted to give you guys the look on that. Yeah, 200 I think was pretty crazy. 175 if you wanted one, I'd suggest right now's your time to grab one up. Let's see here. Mel has 2 of the BMs. Good choice, Mel. They're great guns for $200. I mean, really? It's like, and even these. I just picked this up for like $350, the B grade, and I think it was only $389 for this one that's like almost brand new condition. Same thing with the other ones. Now, these have been off the surplus market for a while. And like I've always said, if it's on the surplus market and it's cheap and you think you're going to want it, buy it now, because then these guns become rare. People like them. They sock them away. They keep them. You know what I mean? And then they start getting sold on the secondary market for double, triple, quadruple. Yeah, in very rare cases, 10 times more than what you paid for them. So I bought that Super B for under $200 back in the day. I think like maybe $179. You don't really see the Super Bs on the surplus market anymore. You got to go on Gunbroker. Same thing. That World War II with German proof marks, Model B, that was about $325. I picked that up within the last year or two, you know, and then they dried up pretty quickly. So, yeah. So instead of just focusing on the stuff you guys can't get anymore, I'm going to give you guys one last shout out on that Star BM. They're not a $179 gun. As of yesterday, that's what Classic had them for, and they're pretty nice. George wants to know what happened to Norincos. Well, that was an executive action in '94 by Bill Clinton, President Clinton, and he banned everything from Norinco and from China, firearms and ammo-wise, with the exception of their shotguns. We can still buy their shotguns. Other than that, gone. But don't worry, I'll get your back on the Norinco stuff. Hold on, I'll show you a Norinco. I don't know how well you know me, George, but don't get me started on complex stuff, and especially Chinese stuff, because I'll go fishing in the other room, right? Here's a Norinco. This is a SKS Sporter, 7.62 by 39. This is an SKS that takes AK mags, and I've showed it on the channel before. But yeah, AK Mag SKS, made by Norinco. It says Norinco right here on the side of it in 1993. This was about a year before Bill Clinton put the kibosh on all of it. And Trump could stop it, but he hasn't. George Bush could have stopped it. He didn't. We knew Obama wasn't going to stop it. But yeah, it's nothing more than an executive action, guys. One signature, we could get all the goodies again like we used to be able to. The Norincos, Chinese, whatever. I think I do want to do a mainly AK stream coming up here soon. I'm looking in the back room and I'm thinking, I'm kind of looking over here, and you know, then at my house, the different AKs, and yeah, there's a lot of subject matter there. And I got to get this video out too, guys. This is coming soon. I need to make the time and make sure this comes out in the next week. Hopefully they stop, you know, trying to take our guns for just a couple days. Well, they're never going to stop. You guys know I'm being sarcastic, but hopefully they slow down a little bit so I can put out some more gun videos. Let's see here. What is SwitchPod saying? Bubblegum and BBs. Oh, he's all out of gum. Jeez, oh, Pete. Man, that got a lot of people riled up, that BB gun. So here I am. I'm trying to show you guys some different kind of unique variants and just, you know, whatever. And then the BB gun's the most popular one. Isn't that how life goes? It's the same thing with videos too. You know, you put out a video, and by my standards, this is huge. I'll get 700 views on something that I'm like, oh man, should I even put it up? And then I'll do one that I thought I did a real good job, and then it'll still get a lot of views, and I appreciate the views, but it won't really get that many. It's just how it works. And I've heard of a bunch of YouTubers, you know, say this in the past. It's just funny. But yeah, let's see here. We have FL Treasure. How's it going, man? Well, right now I'm just kind of getting ready to wrap it up, to be honest. But we've been talking about gun rights and politics and guns and all kinds of stuff, to be honest. This is a big proponent of this channel is a big proponent of the Second Amendment, you know. And we like to talk about guns too when we have a little time that we're not having to fight tooth and nail for our rights. Dex says Luger started the slide in the rails. Yeah, kind of, but a different system though, with that toggle system. Yeah, I have a P08 Luger. I can bring that out here soon. The Star BM is an excellent value, FL Treasure, and you might have come in after that, but that's what I was just talking about. Excellent value right now. Like, you guys are going to be remiss if you don't pick one of those up while they're still, you know, sub 200. But yeah, Dex, yep, then Seg, then CZ. And look, of course I was just playing semantics, guys. I know that you could say this is like a CZ because it's probably the most famous gun today like this. But it's more proper to call it a SIG because I've read some of the notes and documentation on this gun from Star. And Star definitely said they were inspired by the SIG. They never actually mentioned the word CZ or CZ75 anywhere in there. Alright, I'm going to take a peek at the chat here and see if there's anything else going on. And just remember, I'm on a 3-minute delay. So if you guys say anything to me in the last like 3 or 4 minutes here, I'm not going to get it. And I'll try to catch up to you in the comments. Yeah, like FL Treasure said, you guys have a couple good deals right now for under 200 bucks. You want something a little more modern? You got this little guy, which so far seems to be pretty good. $200 free shipping, Palmetto, $25 rebate. So that brings it down to $175. Or for yes, Dex, the stars are single stack mags. Now, or for $179 as of last night, let me type it up here. Let me get into Classic Firearms. Man, I've been shouting out Classic and Palmetto a lot. They better send me something eventually here. Let's see here. Let's see where we're at with the star. It was $179 yesterday, and it still is. Star BM SA 9mm auto, $179. You can pay $20 extra for a hand select if you'd like. That's a bargain in the barn. 9mm single stack mag, 8 rounds. Another crazy deal. Yugo M57 TT Tokarev pistol. I'm just reading off the description here. 7.62x25, surplus good to very good condition. $199. Awesome deal, guys. Awesome caliber, awesome gun, awesome deal. I've been doing videos on those in the recent past here. You know, the 7.62x25 Tokarev variant out of Yugoslavia, right? I'll grab one of those real quick just to show you guys before I sign off here. M57. All chromed out, pretty as heck. So yeah, $200. Now, not for the chromed one, granted, but for a regular blued finish, $200 right now, guys. And they come with 2 magazines. Is what it says on Classics. Yep, for a limited time, this pistol will come with 2 9-round mags. So I don't know what's the better deal. You guys can decide. The Yugo M57, 2 mags, $200. Star BM comes with 1 mag for $179. Or the G2C for $200 with a $25 rebate. There's a lot of gun legislation coming up, guys. If you've got a little money squirreled away and you're waiting, I wouldn't be waiting for too much. I don't think guns are going to get a whole lot cheaper than they are right now. They could only go up drastically at any point, as you all know. Let's see where we're at here. FL Treasure, you'll have to ask. Maybe Mateo can help you with that one, or Switchpot or somebody. I don't know about that. I'm very familiar with the 9mm Largo, and that was what a lot of the stars were chambered in. Brastard would probably know if he's still in here, actually. I know Brastard has some experience with the stars. Yeah. But as far as me knowing how much you can interchange a 38 Super and a 9 Largo, I wouldn't be that guy. I'm far from an ammo genius, guys. I'm probably more of a kind of like a collector and appreciate the history of firearms first, and then secondarily, you know, besides my ones that are self-defense tools, that's totally different. Those are tools. But as far as guns goes, it's kind of the historical and military surplus thing that really does it for me, which, yes, the 9mm Largo was a military round. I just don't get into the nuts and bolts of like round ballistics and what the chamber has to be and the headspace and all that with pistols. Just not really my thing. I don't have time to do all of it, in other words. Dex, if you're still there, this is the model 28DA. I don't want to say these are rare, but they're very uncommon in the United States, as in not many ever made it over here. And there's a story behind these, and I'll talk about it more in a future video. George Leak wants to see the FEGs. All right, I'll show you a quick FEG. There's more AK guys out here than I thought. See, now I know what Mel 64D is talking about. Like, once you get into the AK, it's hard for you to get out of it. And I'm not getting out of it. I just mean like on the internet. I'll never get out of the AK. Shoot. Here's something from FEG, and this is pretty much an all FEG built rifle. Features the original Cold Hammer Forged chrome lined FEG barrel, completely matching parts. Besides this Puff Gun 20 round mag here. Let me see if I can get this to show up on camera here. You'll see FEG Hungry. This is one of my favorite guns. And another channel I want to shout out, guys, Misha Co. For anyone that doesn't know Misha Co., which I'm sure you all do, go check out his channel. He's a really nice guy. I love his channel, and I consider him a friend, you know. Really nice guy. And I think we're all really lucky to have him on YouTube with the vast library of information and, you know, to a point, entertainment, you know, that he provides us. I consider him more informative than entertaining, but he does quite a few shooting videos too, you know. And he does a whole special video on just this exact gun, these FEG, these Tennessee gun imports, and how they're kind of unique. I mean, this even has an original FEG serial number barrel. It'll never pick it up on camera, but, you know, with the naked gas tube, I can see the original factory serial number right here. So this is about as FEG as it gets, guys. Penned and welded, extended muzzle device to make it where this is not an SBR, it's a Title I firearm. But yeah, awesome gun. And if you're watching or listening, Misha, thank you very much, man. You knew this was on my list for a whole long time, and his gun shop that he owns, you know, he got this in on a trade-in from what I understand, and he sold it to me and made it happen. So I do appreciate it, Misha, if you're listening, man. You knew this gun meant a lot to me to get, and this gun still does mean a lot to me and always will. Awesome gun. But yeah, there's quite a few. There's quite a few FEG AKs here. I'm kind of a pretty big fan of the Hungarians. Good night, Strike 9. I'll see you later, man. All right. You know what? I'm going to get off, guys, just because it's getting a little bit late. I've been on for an hour and about 41 minutes or so. I've had a blast tonight, though, and it's been a while. I've had this kind of little shit-eating grin on my face all night just because I've always liked to stream, and it's been a while since I've had time to do a stream, and it was good hanging out with you guys. So let me check one more time here. SwitchPod says, yep, to do a SKS video. I really need to, because little do a lot of you guys know, SKS was my first gun I ever bought, and it became my first passion. And I'm probably into the SKS just as much, if not more, than any other gun. And I have a lot of different variants. So if there's interest in the SKS, we could do a lot with that. Really what I need to do, though, is get a nice camera setup going at my house, because that's where most of my stuff is. FL Treasure, extra mags for the BM. I see Classic sold out for them right now, so I don't know. They were selling for about 28 bucks. Check your places like your Robert RTG, Apex, places like that. I can't give you the whole site because whatever, but I'm just giving you business names, not websites, due to YouTube policy that I'm not going to violate. So what else have we got here? Okay, yeah, Dex says that's why you come here. Was not familiar with the 28. Jericho Rising, welcome. Glad to see you here too. A lot of late night owls tonight, guys, but if you've enjoyed the stream you've seen so far, just go back and replay it again, because I'm going to be fading here pretty quick, just due to the fact that I got done worked till dark, had to drive 35-40 minutes to my shop, ate real quick, scarfed out some food, turned my shirt inside out because they saw my business logo, these people, and they decided to like send threatening text messages and all this BS, so turned my shirt inside out. And that's why I'm always wearing a gray shirt, by the way, guys, because this is my work shirt, my work uniform, and I'm always working, so I'll usually either turn it inside out or I'll just kind of sit close enough to the camera where you can't see the logo, because there's people actually childish enough to get my, you know, the company name off of my shirt and send me stupid-ass text messages, but whatever. It is what it is. It's YouTube. It's a scary place, apparently. Let's see here. Yeah, it is a nice looking Tokarev, Jericho. All right, I'm going to look at the chat one more time, guys, and I'm going to be out of here. But again, I had fun and was glad to hang out with you guys. So, all right. Hopefully this is going to sign me off. If not, then you might just get to hang out with me all night while I'm putting tools away. But I'm going to end the stream, and I really appreciate you guys watching. I'm going to keep trying to put out videos on a regular basis. It might not be every single day, but it'll be pretty much almost every day here for the near future. I've still got quite a few things I want to talk about, so I am going to log off, and I don't know how to log off, so you guys are still stuck kind of watching me here for a minute. What's up, Andrew Faulkner? Nice to see you here too. You guys keep popping in. I'm gonna have to start doing midnight streams eventually. And the only